Disclaimer. Hi, I'm Luca Rizaghi, and today I'll be talking about the United States population problem and my plan to solve it. What is the problem? The replacement fertility rate in the United States is 2.1 children per woman. Unfortunately, in 2020, the fertility rate was 1.78 children per woman, and it's falling. Immigration can also replace the population, however, those are too low too and are also falling. In the next 100 years, the American population will start to decrease, which will have terrible effects on the economy and country's development. As we can see here, the fertility rate's been decreasing ever since 1800. The US used to be a stage 1 country, so the fertility rate needed to be high to replace the high death rate, but because of women's education, it started to go down. During World War II and the Great Depression, it dipped and spiked during the 1950s. It increased a bit during the 90s, but rapidly started decreasing again after 2010. In 2020, the middle-aged population was one of the largest. This is not a good thing because they can't have children. Here was that those people born during that slight increase in fertility rate during the late 90s and early 2000s. Unfortunately, the child population is smaller than the adult, meaning they won't be able to replace them unless this generation here has children. This is an optimistic scenario of 2060. Here, those people mentioned before have had children, so the population has slowly increased, although at a much slower rate, and eventually that rate of increase will stagnate and start falling by 2120 in the latest time, and this graph shows that scenario. Even here, the child population is smaller than the adult one. I will propose 3 solutions which can either be combined or done on their own. Solution 1. According to CNN, abortion in every state is legal. This is due to the fact that every time an abortion ban bill is proposed and even passed, an abortion company like Planned Parenthood sues to have the law redacted on the basis that abortion is a right. Then, a federal or district judge has the law redacted and abortion remains legal. Contraceptives are legal and extremely frequently used in all states. A full abortion and contraceptive ban, except for extreme circumstances. Also, a dissolution of abortion companies like Planned Parenthood who can't sue against the ban. The reason that this increased population is because sex starts to get treated as a thing to only have children. Due to human nature and sexual drive, more people want to have sex, thus having children, increasing the fertility rate. Increasing funding to orphanages and foster homes will give people peace of mind if they don't want to keep the child and want to give it to an orphanage or foster home. According to the Guttmacher Institute, abortion killed 800,000 fetuses in 2017, which contributed to bringing down the fertility rate. Solution 2. Up until recently, the family-friendly policy was to give each family $2,000 per year per child tax credit. The problem with this was, according to CNN, the low-income families couldn't get this tax benefit because they were earning less than $2,500 a year, which means that they wouldn't be able to pay enough tax, according to the government. A bill was recently passed by Joe Biden for 1 year as a COVID relief bill. What this bill does is that it avoids the $2,500 plan and instead gives each family $3,000 cash per child, not tax credit. However, you have to earn less than $150,000 as a family to gain the full benefits, and $75,000 as an individual to gain full benefits. And this is due to the fact that Biden wants to prioritize low-income families, so being affected the most by the pandemic. The best course of action, of course, as a population increase bill, however, is to give money to any U.S. citizens with children, because anyone can have children. Just a tax credit is not good, because people then don't get to keep any for themselves, to use for their own personal use, but a direct cash payment is not good enough, because the people might just blow it away. So what I propose is a mix of both. I propose $10,000 per child per year, which is a quite substantial amount, which will encourage people to have children. Half of that will come in tax credit and half of it in direct cash payment, so you get a balance of both. This money will give people a peace of mind when it comes to financial stability when taking care of their children, and also women who usually don't have children because of their careers can take some time off for their careers and have children and still get paid. Births will also be free because in the US it can cost up to $17,000. Finally, an advertising campaign to tell people to have children similar to the one in Singapore can help a lot too. These ads should tell people to have children, why they should have children, and about policies that the government has to help them raise children. In the 1950s, something similar happened during the Red Scare, where the government encouraged people to have more children to outnumber the communists. A similar approach can be taken today with a country like China, that actually has a very high population. Something like this, if the advertising campaign is effective, should really increase birth rates a lot. Solution 3. According to Forbes, Donald Trump cut immigration in half. Now Biden is seeking to get rid of that policy and put in his own, which is pro-immigration. This will help unregistered citizens become citizens through an 8-year program, which will show other countries that immigration is welcome now. Families will also not count towards the immigration quota. Only one person from a family will count, which will actually encourage more people to come, increasing the population. Also, immigration centers will be set up in other countries that will help people immigrate and will increase immigration too, increasing population. My plan is to ease the immigration policy similar to what Biden is doing. Currently, the U.S. immigration maximum quota is 675,000 people. My plan is to first increase that to 1 million, and then 2 million, depending on how 1 million is supported in the country. Of course, more infrastructure, places to live, and jobs will have to be created too for these people. However, this shouldn't be too hard, as it just simply requires investment into infrastructure and city building. Of course, centers will also have to be built to help these people adapt to the American culture and lifestyle, and to help them find a job and a place to live. Similar to what Biden is doing, I also want to create immigration centers in other countries, which will convince people to move and also help people move easier, making the immigration process easier. This should increase immigration and the population quite quickly too. Thank you for watching.